Speaking of vaccine hesitancy, it is political. When you look at the numbers of COVID cases on the rise and/or vaccine hesitancy, it is in red states. What is that going to mean for the rest of us who have been vaccinated and who are ready to get back to normal?
That's the key question. I mean, as we
What's
hit
the
the
answer?
summer, there's going to be enough vaccine for everyone. And so then you're going to find out what percentage of the population really doesn't want to get vaccinated. Because if we don't get to 80+% population immunity, either from natural infection or vaccination, then this virus is going to continue to spread. And then we're going to have to decide, is that okay? Is it okay for people, significant numbers of people, not to be vaccinated? Or are we going to have to find some way to compel them to be vaccinated? You're starting to see some evidence for that.
But if you and I are vaccinated, if everyone in our family is able to be vaccinated, can we not say, go fish to those who don't want to get vaccinated? If you get sick, that's your own free will.
The problem is that when you make a decision not to vaccinate yourself, you're not only making a decision for yourself, you're making a decision for everyone else with whom you come in contact. So the question is then, is it your inalienable right as an American citizen to catch and transmit a potentially fatal infection, especially one that continues to mutate, create variants, some of these variants of which may become completely resistant to immunization or to immunity induced by natural infection or immunization. We need to stop the spread of this virus because the degree to which it continues to reproduce itself is the degree to which it continues to have variants, and the degree to which we don't get a significant percentage of the population immunized is the degree to which we're all at risk.
Then do we have to do something to actually force people to comply? Because just encouraging them, especially when you consider the amount of disinformation out there and how politicized this has become, just saying, come on, guys, let's do it, it's not going to make a difference.
I think you're already starting to see that in the private sector. 40 schools now have said if you want to come back to school and have on-site learning, then you have to be vaccinated. Mm-hmm. I think that you're starting to see it happening already, restaurants, bars. I think that it's the private sector that will step forward here, and that's going to be where the rubber meets the road as we move to late summer, because we'll know how well we do by next winter. This is basically a winter virus. The number of deaths are now dramatically coming down between the weather, between natural immunity from infection, between the vaccine. I think we're going to be good over the summer. And then we'll see how well we've done when next winter hits. If we've done well, if we get more than 80% population immunity, then we'll just have a bump next summer. If not, we're going to have a surge, next winter. If not, then we're going to have a surge next winter.
Dr. Offit, thank you for joining us. Every time you're here, you make us a little bit smarter and safer. Coming up,